Hey guys, how's it going? So I thought I'd get on for a second and just share my journey about dating in my 40s. It is a wild world out there. Um, I'm 43, gonna be 44. I've been in some pretty rough relationships that I thought were great and then have just gone down bad. I've been fooled, where I thought I was dating good men, and then couple years in, I realized they were not who I thought they were. And probably not even a couple years in, I realized they weren't who they thought I realized that they were, you know what I mean. I probably stood in the relationships longer than I should have, is what I'm saying. So now here we are, 43 years old. I have 3 kids, adult kids, pretty much. My youngest is 15. My oldest is going to be 25. I just got out of a 2-year relationship, and I've been single for about 3 months. I'm still getting over that relationship. It was pretty bad heartbreak for me. Decided to go on Hinge. It's absolutely terrible. There's not many men on there that I want to give the time of day.
Yo, what is going on, guys? I hope you are all doing well. So on today's episode, guys, we are going to be responding to this video from a single mother of, I think she said 3 children. She's over the age of 40. And she is out here looking for a man, guys, but of course she doesn't want to give an average man her attention. No, guys, she is far too, important for that. She is above that, but don't worry, guys, she is still out here looking for her Prince Charming, going strong. But guys, before we jump into today's episode and we respond to this woman, don't forget to come and join us for free over on Locals, guys. Locals is basically like Patreon, but it's free. You can find it in the video description, guys. Make sure you join us over there in case we are ever banned from YouTube, because as you guys all know, YouTube doesn't really like this sort of content where you disagree with women for any particular reason. So without further ado, guys, let's jump in. Let's take a listen to what this woman has to tell us. And guys, don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments.
Hey guys, how's it going? So I thought I'd get on for a second and just share my journey about dating in my 40s.
Yeah, because what better thing would a grown adult have to do with their time? Guys, one of the craziest things to me about just current day society, okay, I'm not even I wouldn't classify myself as an old dude, right? But society for me, guys, I feel like is moving just way too fast. Okay, you have all of these people who think that they need to share their personal life all over the internet. I remember a few years ago, guys, I swear people had a bit more common sense. Maybe I just was a bit naive, but everyone nowadays, guys, just wants to get on the internet, share their dating life, share their family, bloodline, everything. And it's just absolute craziness to me. Maybe I'm getting old. Maybe I'm getting grumpy. Let's keep going.
It is a wild world out there. I'm 43, going to be 44. I've been in some pretty rough relationships that I thought were great and then have just gone down bad.
Guys, at a certain point, you have to stop feeling sorry for girls like this, and I'll tell you why. Okay, I empathize, guys, with people who, they have 1 or 2 bad relationships. Maybe you were genuinely tricked, okay, or you didn't have a father figure, for example, perhaps pointing you in the right direction. People make mistakes, sure. But if you want to tell me that you are about to be 44 years of age, you essentially have no successful relationships with men at all, and we want to sit here and we want to blame it on the men? Absolutely not. Okay, absolutely not, guys. Again, I empathize with the women who, like, they have a husband or something like that and she becomes a widow, sure. Or maybe she goes through like 1 to 2 bad relationships and she gets cheated on, can't recognize red flags. Perhaps she hasn't got a father figure in her life. Okay, sure. But if you want to tell me you get to 44 years of age and you are still single and you're trying to blame this on men, oh, absolutely not. It's not happening.
I've been fooled,
Mm.
where I thought I was dating good men, and then couple years in, I realized they were not who I thought they were.
So we're pulling the victimhood card at 44 years of age. You guys know what this is really similar to? It's kind of like people who don't, for example, don't exercise at all, and then they're trying to play the victim that they're like overweight. You know? Like, it's like, okay, if you're overweight and you understand it's your fault, cool. But then you have people who are like, oh, it's my genetics and crap like this, and you see them just stuffing their face full of crap, never touching the gym once in their life. It's kind of like these videos right here. It's like, oh, I'm a victim, things are so difficult for me, I don't understand anything. And then you look at their track record and it's all nothing but quote-unquote narcissistic men who mistreat them. And at a certain point, you have to say, wait a minute, maybe you're in this situation because of yourself.
And probably not even a couple years in, I realized they weren't who they thought I realized that they were, you know what I mean. I probably stood in the relationships longer than I should have, is what I'm saying.
Probably shouldn't have started the relationships at all. Guys, a lot of the times when you see these videos, these women actually think that they have relationships with men, but you would be surprised how many times you see videos like this and the girl literally does not have a relationship. She never secured commitment, or it took her 6 months to do it. Okay, after she was having bedroom fun with a whole bunch of random dudes, and then they wonder why their relationships don't work out, why the men weren't particularly interested in them. Because they don't. Guys, she will go on in a second here to say how she doesn't basically give average men a second chance, even though she has 3 kids to Lord knows which particular man. But she thinks as though she's above them. Okay, and then she wonders why all her relationships are terrible and she can't seem to get anything right, guys, because a lot of these men these women are chasing are not interested in having anything long-term with a single mother.
So now here we are, 43 years old. I have 3 kids, adult kids, pretty much. My youngest is 15. My oldest is going to be 25.
Let's dissect that for a second. They're not adults. Youngest is 15. Oldest is about to be 25. We all know a lot of kids, for example, are really dependent well into their 20s these days, okay? So you have 3 children, madam. And one of them is 50. Like, these girls try and play it off as like, oh yeah, they're not too much of a hassle. I can have a serious relationship. I'm not bringing too much baggage. You literally have 3 children, madam. 3. And we're trying to brush it off like, oh, don't worry, they're not too much effort. It's like ages 15 through to 25. That's a hell of an age range you have right there, madam. Like, yeah, you might not be changing their diapers, for example, but to try and brush it under the rug as though they're not going to be impactful on your dating life. Get out of here.
I just got out of a 2-year relationship, and I've been single for about 3 months. I'm still getting over that relationship. It was pretty bad heartbreak for me.
So we are still carrying our relationship into subsequent ones. And again, guys, when I hear things like I've been single for X amount of time, a lot of the times you have to realize that these girls have dudes lined up after the fact, or they're still dating. Like these 3 months, if you think that, for example, this woman was celibate, yeah, she wasn't. Okay, like a lot of these situations, guys are like, man, I was celibate for X amount of time. I was just living my life, doing my healing. No, they were still trying to date dudes. They were still having their fun. But it's the part where they can't secure commitment from a man that they just leave out, and they have to say, well, I was doing healing or something like that to make it look not so weird.
Getting over that relationship, it was pretty bad heartbreak for me. Decided to go on Hinge. It's absolutely terrible. There's not many men on there that I want to give the time of day. There's not many men on there that I want to give the time of day.
So it's terrible because you don't like the options you get. Now let's again, guys, let's run the statistics here, okay? Let's crunch the numbers. I don't have the delusion calculator on me. Maybe I should start using that for episodes. I don't know. But this is a girl who's 43, turning 44, has 3 children, a slew of multiple failed relationships. The kids, we don't even, I doubt that they did not come from their last relationship, in fact. So the kids belong to a dude down the line. Lord knows how long ago that was. We don't know if all the kids belong to one father. The kids are aged 15 through to 25. And the woman's problem, okay, guys, let's wrap our heads around this. The dating applications suck because she doesn't like the options that she gets. Now, I want to make this very clear, guys. These girls get, even with these very silly statistics about themselves, they still get a ridiculous amount of options. Now, yes, a lot of them don't want to actually have any commitment to a single mother, but even when you factor those people out, these women still absolutely, for example, crush men in their same age bracket. Like, if you take a dude who's 43 years of age, you know, he looks quite good, whatever, he hits the gym, etc., he's quite stable, okay, and you've got a 43-year-old single mother of 3 children turning 44, she will still absolutely decimate him in the amount of options that she gets. And yet she's the one complaining. And her problem comes from the fact that she feels as though she's above or she's deserving more. That is craziness.
You just don't know. Like, you feel like you're being catfished. Everybody is like the world traveler, the entrepreneur, you know, like these profiles are so, I don't know, they feel so fake. Everybody's like in the gym all the time. It's like, do you really have a job? How are you making money if you're traveling the world and always at the gym?
Okay, I think that this woman has gone on multiple fun times with these men, but these men don't want to commit to her, and now she's sad and she's projecting about it. She's just mad. That's what I think. I think that she has gone on dates with these dudes who have been in the gym with these really nice photos and, you know, classify themselves as entrepreneurs. I think that this woman has been on dates with those guys, and the reason why she's mad about it is because those dudes are not looking for anything serious. That is my stab in the dark, guys. That is my guess. Okay? And I don't know why the hell this woman is even deciding to bring up finances when you have literally 3 human beings who are dependent on you. You are in no position to be sitting there talking about a man's finances. That is hilarious to me. Absolutely hilarious. Let's run it back.
But he's like in the gym all the time. It's like, do you really have a job? How are you making money if you're traveling the world and always at the gym? I don't know. Not that it's all about money, but how are you making a living? You know what I mean?
Anytime an individual says not that it's all about money, and yet the first thing they bring up about men is money and lifestyle, you can guarantee, guys, it is actually about money. So we are 43, turning 44, 3 children, and we are looking for we're looking for a dude who's going to provide for us. And guys, like, a lot of women don't seem to understand this. But number one, men don't typically, if they have self-respect, they don't want to look after kids that are not their own, especially financially, because these are kids that literally belong to another man for whatever reason, typically a bad one, who is no longer in the picture. That's number one. The dudes are not interested in looking after kids that are not their own. Number two, you have a crap ton of baggage, and I'm not even making that up. You literally say it in the video. You're still getting over past relationships, and, you know, they're all terrible, particularly this last one, apparently, which lasted 2 years, which I'm skeptical that it even lasted 2 years, guys. If you notice, she gave a little bit of a pause there when she said it. She was like 2 years, quote, right? So I reckon a big portion of that was probably a situationship where she didn't get commitment. That's number two. You have baggage. Number three, you're turning 44. Okay, and a lot of guys are not interested in older women. Like, girls don't seem to realize this either, that, you know, they become less and less attractive to men as they get older, which is, you know, a lot of guys will still date you anyway, but you're going to be replaced by the 25-year-old who doesn't have kids. That like 46-year-old dude who's got all his crap together and has like 3 Lamborghinis or whatever, that guy, he's not interested in dating you. Not to say it's all about money though, right, madam? But let's keep going.
I just don't know. It's like, how do you do it? And honestly, I'm not even sure I'm ready to date because I've been so screwed in my last relationship that I'm not ready to face the world of dating, I don't think. But anyway, how do women do it these days? How do you trust men?
Before we continue to the next clip, guys, I guarantee you, so we tied this little video here with a nice little bow about how we're a victim and we don't see ourselves dating. Again, guys, I guarantee you this woman has been dating for the past 3 months. Like, she hasn't just been sitting at home reading the Bible. That's not what happens in these videos, guys. Like, they always try and paint it as though, yeah, I've been doing my healing for the last 3 months, you know, fine-tuning my relationship with the Lord is the supposition there. But that's not true at all. A lot of these girls, what they're doing is they were probably on the dating application before the relationship even ended. Okay, and even if they weren't, if you mean to tell me that this woman has been celibate for the past 3 months, hell no, absolutely not. But, you know, guys, we're still out there looking for that dude who's going to provide and to care for her. That is absolutely nuts, guys. Every time I watch these videos, guys, it's always the same pattern of stuff, right? It's like we have to turn ourselves into a victim, make it look as though nothing was our fault. We have to blame men rather than ourselves. Okay, and I even give women the leniency of like, okay, yeah, I understand if you screw up a couple of relationships, whatever, you're bad at choosing, okay. Still a mark against you, but I can understand it, particularly if you don't have a father. Or you're a widow or something, but no, we just, you know, we get to age, what is she, 44, and still no man. But of course, guys, the men are at fault here. And a lot of guys, by the way, I'm being incredibly generous when I say the few screwed up relationships of choosing the wrong guy. Like, I'm being stupidly generous when I say that, because a lot of these guys who have these red flags, it is incredibly damn obvious. So let's continue on to the next one here. And I don't even know what the hell this is. This woman is unironically wearing bunny ears, I believe this is. I can't really talk, can I, guys? I'm an animated vampire, but let's take a listen here.
For dinner, or to dinner, right? And I haven't heard back from them. I had sent the last message, but I'm a very dry texter, so I don't expect people to really hit me back up. However, they had told me a couple days ago that they made reservations at a location or
This is a single mother, again, by the way.
restaurant at 7:30, so I'm gonna be there at 7:25. I'll give them about 10 minutes. If they're not there, I'm leaving. I'm very much like a person that has to plan ahead because I'm a single mother now, and it's very, very hard to just be like, oh yeah, I can leave her with so-and-so, or I can just leave her wherever. I don't do that. Like, I have to plan my like outings or anything like that in advance, dates, all like, you know. So I told them when they asked me out, because a lot of guys will hit me up and be like, I want to take you out, and I'm like, okay, when, where, what time? And then they get kind of like, oh, well, I don't know, like, let's link up. And I'm like, nah, I don't do that. I'm sorry, I don't do that. I don't have time to link up or do any of that shit.
It's always funny how we start, you know, concerning ourselves with time and saying that we don't do certain things. But the fact that we are a single mother literally means that we did said things in the past. You know, guys, now it's all about, well, I need to be taken out on dates and I need to have specific times, and here are the rules that I have for men who are trying to date me because I'm very particular about my time now. Right? You have to understand, like, of course, none of this really existed before she had a kid anyway. And I would still argue, guys, that a lot of the men these women are highly attracted to, you better believe she's passing off the child to the grandmother or something like that as soon as some attractive guy rocks around and she's really, really into him. Like, these girls will make time for men who are super attracted to them. The dudes who are, attractive. The dudes who are not super attractive to these women, they couldn't care less. Like, they really couldn't care less. They'll give you like 50 million reasons why they can't see you or whatever. They'll say, you know, you have to organize this and that and blah, blah, blah. They'll expect you to pay, of course, guys, because you have to be traditional, despite the fact that she literally has excluded the man from her family, typically the father. But never mind that. Let's keep going.
So, you know, because I'm not about that. I'm not gonna do that shit. we'll see if I get stood up today or not. Hopefully I don't, because getting stood up at the end of the day doesn't feel good. But I mean, at the end of the day, look how good I look. Look how flawless I look. I look really, really good. Now that I'm no longer with my POS child's father, I'm glowing, I'm radiant, and I'm getting and attracting so much attention from suitors. But like, I just don't like my time is very, my time and energy is very, very important to me. It is time away from my child when I can be with her, and I take it very seriously. So like one up and it's done. Like that's it. I don't care for an explanation. I don't care. That's it. Like, you know. But yeah, I just want to show you guys. I was gonna do a get ready with me, but I was like, I don't have time. My skin is looking so good, so I'm doing a treatment right now. My foundation might be just a little too light, but that's okay.
Do you guys find it weird how in all of these videos we are sitting here mentioning how valuable our time is, right? We're like, I don't know, 45, okay, or 44 like the last woman. We're sitting here, we're talking about how important it is for us to find a man who's stable and readily available and who's willing to do X, Y, Z because her time is so important now. And then you come to realize, guys, this is a very weird fact here. I wonder if you guys find this weird as well. But they're saying all of this while wasting their time recording on TikTok. You guys ever find that strange? Like, we had a single mother the other day who was crying, like literally crying on TikTok, and she was complaining about the fact that she hasn't had time to wash her bed sheets, but she has, of course, time to sit there recording a TikTok video of herself crying and post it to strangers on the internet. Like, these two things don't make sense to me, guys, when you put them together. Like, oh yeah, you know, I need to have time and look after my kid, but it seems to me, look, guys, like a lot of these people are focused on content creation rather than looking after their children or keeping their family together.
Because I got this kind of towards winter time. I'm doing a treatment that is helping clear my skin, and it has been doing such an amazing job. And so yeah, I mean, worst case scenario, I get stood up, and that's okay because I look good, I feel good, and I'm so happy with how life has been going. And yeah, but don't settle for less. Get out, go out there, get what you want. And if you have somebody treating you like shit, it shows. Because now that I'm no longer being treated like shit, I look so good. So get out while you can and go live your best life. And I will update you guys in part 2 and see.
Absolutely fantastic advice, guys, from yet another queen here. Don't lower your standards, guys. Go out there, live your best life. Go get with a whole bunch of dudes, guys, because of course nothing says empowerment and liberation quite like getting with a whole bunch of random men. Guys, we are going to be leaving it there. As always, remember to leave your thoughts and your comments, guys. Don't forget to come and join us for free over on Locals as well for episodes that are no longer available here on YouTube. Guys, if we ever get banned from YouTube, we will be over on Locals, so make sure you click that link in the video description. And without further ado, guys, make sure that you take care of yourselves, and I'll be seeing you all in the next episode. Peace.